So last week we spent a lot of time covering the United Nations General Assembly and what the leaders, the different leaders within CARICOM, their presentation to the United Nations. And one of the controversy that came out of the United Nations was when the People's National Party, they accused the Prime Minister and the delegation that went to represent Jamaica that there was a point where a stage protest walkout was there when the Prime Minister of Israel was about to do his presentation. So Benjamin Netanyahu walked into the UN building and a lot of world leaders walked out in protest because of what is going on between Israel, the conflict between Israel and Palestine. So the People's National Party, they accused the government of not standing up for the people of Palestine and that they should have been one of the countries that staged the walkout and they sat there. So now we saw the Foreign Affairs Minister, Kamina Johnson-Smith, back in Jamaica, and she was asked why didn't the Prime Minister and the delegation walk out on that protest. And this is what the Foreign Affairs Minister had to say.
Are you in a position to say why Jamaica decided against walking out alongside other countries during Israel's Prime Minister's address?
Yes, and I've actually said so publicly already. I am happy to repeat that this is not the practice of Jamaica's diplomacy, that we prefer to listen, to be at a table, to engage, whether we agree or disagree. As I just stated earlier, that we are not performative in our practice of diplomacy. The walkout, as I understand, it wasn't even a walkout by the whole UN. UN is 193 members. I think the greatest estimate I saw was 70. I'm not sure at what level. And as I stated before, we're not judging countries who choose to act in this way. We're not criticizing them. That's their choice. But the reason Jamaica, or one of the reasons that Jamaica is always a respected voice, is because of our willingness to always engage. And that is something we don't resile from. We are not a chest-beating administration. We're not ego-based. We're not image-based. And we are really focused on solutions. So we called for the things which we believe are important, as we have continued to. And being present, or rather not being present, would not have advanced or harmed a position in any way. So I cannot explain any more beyond what I have already stated.
So that was the Foreign Affairs Minister, Kamina Johnson-Smith, and I was happy that the journalist was able to ask that question. So what are my thoughts on that question? I still feel the same way. Jamaica is a small country. Jamaica is a dot on the map, and I believe that the only country can make a difference in what is going on between Israel and the Palestinians is America. America is the only one with the power to say, look, stop right now. Because as I stated in the last video that I did about this, America is the one that supply Israel with the weaponry. America supply Israel with defense shield to defend Israel from being attacked. So America, the Trump administration, they are the only one that can go to Benjamin Netanyahu and say, look, stop this. So yes, you can say like it would look good for Jamaica symbolically if they got up and they walked out with some of the other countries that walked out. But the reality is getting up and walking out would not solve the problem. Getting up and walking out, the bombs are still going to be dropping in Palestine, and that is just the reality of it. So my thoughts, I don't know, like it's neither here or there for me, because if I thought that them getting up and walking out would make a difference, then I would say, yes, it was a missed opportunity and they should have got up and walked out with the others. But last year, same time, we were talking about the same conflict and we still are talking about it 1 year later. And that is only because the one country that have the powers to stop it is America, and they're not doing anything to stop it. So at the end of the day, history is not going to look at any other country, whether it's Jamaica, any other small island nation within the Caribbean. None of us as small island nation within the Caribbean have any power to do anything. History is going to judge America. History is going to judge all the big countries, the partners with America, Canada, the United Kingdom, those are the countries that are going to be judged, not small, tiny Jamaica. So as I said, I don't believe it's here or there. Like, they could have walked out if they wanted to, and they could have sat down if they wanted to. So I don't think it made any difference. And that is just my opinion. So let me know what your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think that the Jamaica delegation, they should have walked out also when the other world leaders walked out? Or do you agree with Kamina Johnson-Smith that, look, Jamaica, they deal with diplomacy and they rather to sit there and to listen whether or not they agree with what is going on? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. And remember, peace. I'm out.